Hey, Mike. Welcome. How are you today, buddy?
Good, what's going on?
Oh, nothing. Nothing. I think it's about time we do another segment of what we are listening to now, or what we have listened to in the last month or two.
Sure. All right. You want to start us off, or you want me to start?
I got four books, but you could start with your first book, I guess, and
Okay.
then I'll go
All right.
mine.
So I was looking at this after our call this morning. Um, there's some good ones. I really banged out quite a few books in the last couple months. So, Coach Wooden's Pyramid of Success, self-explanatory for those of you know. John Wooden was coach UCLA, won, I believe, 10 straight NCAA championships or something along those lines. And basically, he's always had a um, creed or manifesto for success. So that was a quick, easy read. The next book was How to Be Accountable. It's by Faith G. Harper. She's put out a bunch of books in this series. She's a PhD. She is very funny. Great listen. How to Be Accountable. If you look her up, Faith G. Harper. One that you and I have both read, and it was suggested by our accountability partner, Dr. Matthew Mix, was Shoe Dog by Phil Knight, which was excellent. And then something that caught my eye. I've read a couple books on this, but it is fascinating. It's a non-canonical um, gospel. It's the book of Enoch, and it really talks very, very interesting stuff. And the last one was James Allen. Very good stuff.
Wow, you consume.
And we're
You can.
back.
Oh yeah, well, I lost you for a little while
You
there.
there?
Yep. Are you there?
Yep. Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Cool.
So yeah, that was probably in the last month. I really upped the listening and up the walking. So what have you been listening to?
Oh, I've listened to almost all of his books, but the last one, Ryan Holiday, he's the Daily Stoic. He's the Stoicism philosopher. The last one I did of
Yes.
his or listened to his was Stillness is the Key. So I recommend anything
Yes.
that he puts out, and his Daily Stoic is really, really good as well. The next book I read or listened to was The Resilient Mind by Dr. John D. Martini, which we're very, very familiar with all of his work. We've taken it in
Yes.
class. We've taken the
Yep.
breakthrough experience and read many, many, many of his books. But The Resilient Mind, it's still all of his typical stuff about being on purpose and knowing what your purpose is, and then lining up things along your purpose. But it was very, very good. The next one was kind of like in the same line of the Enoch book. I don't know if have you ever listened to any of Zachariah Sitchin's books?
Sure. Yeah. Very much
Yeah,
so. Yeah.
yeah. So I think he's got four or five, and I listened
Yeah.
to the first one is the 12th Planet. It wasn't the easiest listen to ever, but it was still very, very interesting. In that line of kind of like ancient aliens, religion, cultural stuff,
Yeah.
connecting all the dots through all of history. So I'll slowly work off and work up to all of his books. And the last one, like you talked about, was Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. I'm fascinated by this book and how Nike got started. Partly one because I'm a runner and my son is a runner, and we've all owned pairs of Nikes. But just how somebody started a business from nothing and nowhere to the powerhouse that it is today was pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was really really well done, good storytelling in that one. Um, and how basically it was on a whim and it was a part-time thing for him. So it went really good, good 14-hour book.
I have no new podcasts I've been listening to. Are you listening to any new podcasts?
No new podcasts. Hold on a second.
Hmm.
Oh, there we go. No new podcast, but the last interview on Huberman Lab was with Peter Attia, and they're doing a journal club going forward. So basically, they'll look at a study and they'll take it apart. If anybody is interested in how to look at and dissect a study, it is extremely well done, well thought out, and two people who I respect immensely. And it's just really, really well done. But no new podcast, so to speak. And the one book that I did forget because it was an absolute monster, and it took me a couple months, was Maps of Meaning by Jordan Peterson. It was a 30-hour book, but it took months to complete. It was just really depth and breadth, really deep and wide.
I don't think I'll be tackling that one.
Yeah, it was long. It was a lot. It was, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time kind of thing.
All right, cool. All right, well, I hope you guys got a lot out of this. These are some great books, and we'll do this every once in a while to catch you guys up.
Yeah, we would have been on sooner, but
Well,
PSE&G has screwed up our bill again. PSE&G, you're on the list, and you are not coming off that list for a long time. Get yourself together.
get your SHIT together for
Yes.
sure.
Yep. Absolutely. All right.
Sorry for the rush, guys. See you soon.
Bye.